Okay folks, welcome aboard the FSBN channel, the A350 Masterclass. My name is Jason. I'll be your instructor today. We are going to be doing the A350 Delta Ops flows for the Captain. We already did the FO. Once again, just a reminder, if you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button, help us out. And we're going to do the next sequence for the Captain. Now understand, we're doing single pilot operations, but you could kind of mesh both of these flows into your A350 routine. And I want to thank, again, everybody involved for helping me. My buddies really helped me out on this. I'm not an A350 pilot at all, but recently had a friend who just retired off the airplane and sat at his feet. He kind of gave me the whole rundown on this airplane. And just want to thanks for all those support people out there, subject matter experts who really helped me out with a lot of other things too. Reference materials and things like that sometimes that we looked at. So let's get in here and we're going to go to the dispatch select. So jump in your seat here and we are going to assume the Captain flows. So we're going to come down and look at the dispatch. We're going to select that right there. You can see we're looking for the dispatch page. Check that all the dispatch messages agree with the logbook. So that's done. Okay. Status, we're going to go ahead and check the status page. We're going to come over here and hit the STS page. If I can find it somewhere over here. There it is, STS. Take a look at the status. Just want to make sure it's normal. It's just, again, overview. There's no limitations or any in-op systems. You would check all that. And then we're going to recall it all. So the recall, you're going to come down here and you're going to hit this recall and you're going to hold it 1,000 to 1,003. You're going to look for 3 seconds for the recall. Just make sure it's recalled. Flight attendant briefing, you look at that, brief them. And then our EFB docking station, I want to make sure it's good, and it is. Our EFB looks good. The OIS system is online. Okay, we're going to say the OIS system is in the EFB flight ops menu. You could restart that. You know, if you wanted to restart it, you can restart it. I'm not going to, but the airplane was in a cold and dark status. Now the ADARUs, if you come on the aircraft and it's already on, like this, you see here, you want to shut them off and do a realignment. That's just to help whoever was, on the aircraft before you. If maintenance screwing around, you just want to make sure you got a clean slate when you do this. So we're going to do it. We're going to simulate that. The aircraft. Obviously we did a start, but a power on before, but let's go ahead and just check this. The FO will probably say, hey, I already aligned them. So what we'll do is, if you find the aircraft, usually you're going to find the aircraft in a started state, especially if you're doing ETOPS flights, all right, because maintenance will come on and already do everything. So this is part of your procedures. We're going to go off, so we're going to do a full alignment, and at least for 5 seconds. So all of those are off. Okay. And then we're going to put them on to nav. So you see fault, good. On bat. Looking for the on bat is good. Now it's off, and then we're going to come down here, and that is looking great. We're going to go to the FMC init AC stats page, so you could just go init right here. And we can take a look at the and then our aircraft status. We're going to just select that right there. We were just on that page. We have an A350. It is 900. The Trent engines are on the aircraft. We have the nav database is right there, and it is from 20 February of 19 March. All that looks good. The active database range. Now you could swap and verify, which is an interesting thing to do. Check this. See this little swap here? Swap this. We're going to click confirm, and it swaps it out. And then we're going to verify the same data, and then we're going to swap it back. Confirm the swap. Yes. And then we'll take a look at the software. I'm going to hit cancel on that. We'll take a look at the software. All that's good. FMC A, B, and C all look good. You can see there's 6 pages, but there's that, so that's good. Now, why you would want to swap that is you want to make sure that you basically are deleting everything from the previous flight when you do a swap like that. You're getting rid of, like, if maintenance came in here and start screwing around, you want to start with a clean slate, especially with, you know, in any flight, but in an overwater, you know, top situation or long hauls, you want to make sure you have a clean flight plan. It's very important. You know, my buddy couldn't stress that enough, where this is very important to make sure that that thing is completely swapped out and there's nothing in it. You're starting clean, because he says sometimes you come to the airplane and somebody's dorking around with it, and you don't want to be, you know, eating, you know, an error or something like that. So you want to make sure you have a clean slate. And we all know that with computers. It's very important that we do that. So that's what we did, and we're going to swap it again if required. So that's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and click swap. We're going to click confirm, and we're done with that. All right, so once that's swapped, again, very important to do that, we are going to go and pull in the ACARS information. And now for us, it's a little different in terms of you know, the Inibuilds. So you're going to come over here to your flight ops status. You see this is all blank right here, so I'm going to go ahead and click SimBrief import, and you should have your SimBrief number on this, and you can get there by options. So you can go flight ops and then options, and then you can look all the way down here, third party, and then you'd put your SimBrief information in there. So flight ops is set, so we're going to go ahead and again pull that ACARS init request, and then we are done with that. They're kind of doing that. Now we're going to adjust our seats, rudder pedals, seat belt, parking brake. We're going to make sure it's set, and we're going to look at our accumulator, which is down here. You can kind of see, I'm zooming in, but you see this right here, you've got air in the green band. If it wasn't in the yellow, you would do an accumulation reinflate, and that basically turns on the hydraulic pumps. You don't need a clear ground crew to do that, but it's important that you, if there's only one external power source, you want to make sure you want to turn off one ground hydraulic pump before reinflating the accumulator pressure. So right now we're good. We're in the green, so there's no problem there. All right, so we're assuming that we're ready to go here. We're going to go to the FMS, and we're going to insert a few things. We're going to insert and receive company flight plans. We're going to go ahead and do that, and we're going to look at the wind as well. So the pilot flying, all we're going to do is kind of get on this right here, and we're just going to click active. All right, we're going to open the active, and we're going to click flight plan, or you can do a key. Actually, it's just init information. So we'll do the init information. We're going to go, let's see, this is I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm going to just zoom in a little bit more when we're working the FMS. We're just doing a little bit on the captain side. So company flight plan request. We're just going to push that button. It says pending request, and it should automatically populate the FMC here. Now we're just kind of waiting for that to happen. This is a newest update, and we're just going to click this down button here. It's going to insert, and we'll click that insert. So it dumps it all in. That's great. That's what we want to see. It's LAX to Atlanta, no alternates today. And we're going to come down here, and it says company request win, and we're just going to click that as well. Pending request, we've got it. Click that down button and click insert. There you go. And so we got the win request in there. If you had history, you can throw the history. We don't need to do that. And the next thing we're going to do is come upstairs here. We're going to do a couple things. We're going to throw this to the inches. And we're going to go ahead and throw our constraints on. This is just kind of the Again, the captain side, we're going to verify the flight director. And everything looks good. There's no, your flight director's on. There's no flags. I'm thinking of the word here. There's no flags. Your flight director is on. You can see, you can't see it, but let me go ahead and zoom into that. You can see it right here. Flight director is on. And we're looking for no flags, anything like that. Constraints are on. Weather push button is off. I've got that off. And the ND mode selector as desired. It's up to you. And then I'm going to go ahead and set the pressure in there right now. I'm just going to do that while we're here. I'm going to look at the weather in really quick. I got to just clear my last flight plan. And I'll re-import mine from SimBrief. I'll throw that off. Okay, we're looking at LAX weather right now. It is calm winds, 10 miles visibility for clouds at 16. Looking at pressures 3027. So we're going to throw that in there. 3027, just something that we always want to do. Okay, 3027 is set. We're looking for the green band here. That's your trim. So I want to make sure that is good. This is centered for rudder. Make sure that's good. We got TCAS standby and navigation is primary. And then we have a clean wing up here. That's what this thing does for us. The LS push button light is off. The ND range selector. So what I'm going to do with the range, I'm just going to keep it here now, but if you want to get into the AMDB, if you're a Navigraph subscriber, you're going to go ahead and throw this down to zoom, and then we're just going to start cranking. It's going to load the airport map in there, so we'll just give it a second to do so. Altimeter is set. We've got the local altimeter setting in there. Taxi push button as required. We're just going to leave it off for now. But you can see now I can kind of zoom in. I think you get 5 clicks to zoom, and then that's a good one. So you can keep that here. I won't do that for now because we're going to scroll through the flight plan and stuff like that, but I'll just keep it at the 10 range. Right there. Okay. Glare shield, master warning, master caution lights, and we have stick priority. Want to make sure they're all off. Auto land light messages are off. Flight nav instruments, we're going to go ahead and check those. So you would just come down here, you look at, again, we looked at our flight instruments and we look at the nav instruments, want to make sure they're good. We are verifying the IRS is complete, so let's go to the FMC. You can see I'm going to clear this information. I got to get down closer here. I'm going to clear info there, airport not database, we'll clear that. POC nav primary is cleared. Okay, no red flags on the PFD, and everything is looking good there. Okay, folks, so we'll go ahead to the next thing. We looked at all of our instruments. All that's good to go. We'll take a look at our database again, and all that is fine. You can click data. You got status right here. Nav aid, we're going to go ahead and kind of look at that. We don't need to do any of that though. We're just looking basically for the status. You again want to make sure your database is good to go. Okay, and then the CL menu, just going to click the CL menu, which is right there. It's a checklist. You want to make sure that this is verified. Current checklist database, you would just look at that. For us, it is current. The aircraft is current. So for us, instead of the checklist current, we'll make sure that the data, the aircraft, Inibuilds is updated. So that's kind of what we'll do there, and then ensure that is good to go. Now we'll check the oxygen mask. We've already done that on this side. The FO has done that for us, but it's on the captain side. The FO would have done it on your side, on the FO side. So again, we're just going to check all things. Again, you would do a different test for that. You would have to throw this, in its switch to on, like we said before. I showed you how to do that in the previous check. So, all right. Again, we've checked the aircraft registration. We've done type registration. Again, a lot of overlapping because there's FO and captain side. EFB, we're looking at the flight folder. And that's what we can do now as the captain side. We're going to go to the load sheet here. And I'm going to call for the load. and we'll look at our sim brief because we're going to get going and plan here. Again, some of these have to blend for the simulator. So for us, we're going to call the flight ops and start looking into getting this airplane going here. We're going to call for catering services, and we will use whatever. There's Delta. I don't know where the heck Delta is. Anyway, call for catering, and we're going to call for the fuel truck. We're going to request refueling while we're at it. Okay, now we're going to perform the pretty much done right now for the captain's side. We're going to perform a full FMS entry, which will be in our next video. Thanks for watching.